Hold on a second. Wait, my mic's not even ready. Jeez, freaking night streams, day streams, all kinds of streams. We're streaming left, we're streaming right, we're streaming during the day, we're streaming during the night. You like that fucking Ernest Hemingway shit? How do I get this Baker Mayfield thing off? Hold on. Nope, that's not it. What's up? Hold on. I got to say something real quick. Is Primer already running his fucking mouth? This guy, Primer's running his mouth. I was just over here. Hold on. My microphone. Check. We're good. Got the right. I know it's a little bright in there. I got the new gold chain that Steak got me, rocking the Alstott jersey I've had for like 25 years. What's up? Mayfield time. Yep. Florida version of Primer. What's good? Hovey, I hope you didn't take that to heart. But to be honest, like I said, I haven't heard you give me a prop from a player that has not been on the New York, played currently on the New York Knickerbockers or formerly on the New York Knickerbockers. I'm just saying you're very biased. You're a less annoying version of Primer. DJ, fuck it. Let's watch Baker Mayfield. I go blue collar, and the comparison I get is Prime because the Knicks are the no. That's all I hear you say. That's all. I respect blue collar workers. Thank you, Hovey. Thank you for your service. He has room to talk. He's a degenerate Gim. I don't follow DJ in first plays. I follow him. Yeah, I have seen some of the dumbest. That's a great way to spell dumbest. Primer confirmed domestic terrorist. What's up, Alan Dims? Good to see you tonight. The other day, the OSU to not score minus 700 straight bet he posted, that was a lost joke. Okay, so a couple things. There's two errors in this comment. It was not minus 700. It was minus 480. Yes, it was a joke. Also, it didn't lose at one, Primer. So do me a favor. You're going to have to be a little bit more accurate. But you know what? Let's go ahead and get this started off the right way. Prime bets. And let's just hit you with a nice 10-minute timeout. There we go. That'll get things started. What's up, everybody? What's it say real quick? Masterclass. What's good? Barty Bart. Yo, what's up, Bunklin? Fucking with you. Okay, I gave Steak plenty of winners last year, not on the Knicks, so I must have missed those. Let's go, DJ. And what's up, fat girls? I'll see you tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Matthew, yeah? Knies? That's a hockey player. I know that. Timeout. Yep. What's up? Royal's in the queue, ready to go. Royal, what's up, man? Hold on. I'm going to pull you up in a second. I got a Guinness poured. My wife got me a beer nice and early. We'll get the juices flowing. Royal, pleasure. Oh, nice little skyline there. Where are you? Jersey City or Hoboken or somewhere over there?
Yeah. Yep. Jersey City. Yep.
Is that a lava lamp back there?
No, it's like this. It's like I honestly didn't know it was a pole. I thought it was more so of like a strip. It's just like an LED thing, though.
Okay, it's cool. No, I see it a lot
Yeah.
in streamers' backgrounds. It's better than this fucking
Yeah.
thing
I was
that
gonna
I have.
say all I got is like overhead lights. So
Is this look
yeah.
better, by the way, if you're looking at me? If that light is off, that's kind of annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd leave it off. Yeah, it's
Leave
not
it
that
off.
much of a difference, but yeah, I think it's better without it.
Look at this guy. He was not kidding. He's got a creamsicle Bucs jersey.
Come
Don't
on,
tell me
man.
that's don't tell me that's Tom Brady though.
Come on,
Oh my
man.
God! Okay,
Come on, man.
You're
All I
not
need
kidding.
is the neck roll, man. Come on.
That is all you need. It was called a cowboy collar. I
need a
played
neck
with a
roll.
cowboy collar. I
Cowboy
didn't
collar,
really
right.
need it, but it was nice. W's. By the way, real quick, who are your favorite football teams? Royal, who's your favorite team? Bears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you take so long to say that? You got nothing to be upset about right
no,
now.
it's
Yeah.
not, I'm not. It's just painful, man. It really is.
Yeah. But you're
That's all.
you got your exciting times right now. MJ, you're an Eagles
I'm not
guy?
sold yet.
I'm an Eagles guy. I'm Philly through and through.
That's right. Are you from Philly or are you just like a Jersey guy, like by proxy, you like the Eagles?
So I say I'm from Philly, but I grew up 48 minutes outside the city in a suburb in Pennsylvania.
Okay. That's fair.
Bucks County, if you ever heard of it.
No, but I really like Philly. And my wife's coworker that she's really close with had to relocate because her now husband works for the Philadelphia Phillies, like a dream job.
Oh, that's
and
sick.
I think they live outside of Philadelphia, but like all I've heard of the suburbs of Philly are great. I like the city of Philly, although I got to tell you, last time I went downtown, the downtown has changed a lot.
Yeah, you don't have to hype it up. It's getting honestly sketchier than it has been. It's gentrified in certain spots, but other spots are getting way worse. So it's like it's up and down with Philly. It's weird.
And listen, I
now.
am someone. I mean, in New York, you get comfortable with sketchy people. Like you don't even think twice. But I do remember when I was in California for Greg's bachelor party, we went to LA in the Santa Monica or the Venice Pier or Venice Boardwalk.
Yeah,
you guys been down there recently? The Southern California area.
Have not.
I have family out in Santa Rosa and San Diego. So yeah.
So you hear about the people over there, but I'm like, nah, I'm from New York. I'm on the fucking trains like a third of the day. I'll be fine. First time I like legitimately felt uncomfortable. I was like, whoa. And then you get to Philly. I'm like, God damn, shit's getting weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right. So how did your, I did tell Beeve, by the way, in all seriousness, you know, I'm a big Beeve guy. Let me see. I sent him the link to join and he sent me 3 emoji middle fingers back.
All right.
I got you. Yeah. In all seriousness, I mean, I'm one of the biggest Beeve fans out there. I really just didn't know that. I didn't think he liked to stream. I thought he just did it because he's part of your crew.
Yeah.
And you guys make him like feel like, hey, you got to.
And we have been a part of it. I've been telling Beeve, I've been like, dude, you need to just put yourself out there because you have the personality to do this shit. He's just someone that doesn't realize how much potential he's got, you know? So you got to remind him sometimes.
Which is interesting because you think that kind of goes hand in hand with like being humble, but he's very far from being humble. So in that sense, it's like, stop being stupid, idiot. Like you have a lot of potential.
Yep.
You don't know how many days you got. Yeah, make the most of it every day. But he's got his good little bit going of going. I mean, the guy just fucking hammers plays every night. He sprays every night. Incredible. And now if he loses, he kind of does this thing where he throws a fit and he's retiring and he's deleting his account. And I
know why he does that though, right?
Well, so here's the thing. Listen, I'm not like, I have a pretty good sense of humor, but I'm not always that quick. Like jokes go over my head all the time. So it did take me a second because at first, as like Team Beeve, I'm like, Beeve, you got to stop being a pussy.
It's like there's a game to be played, and he knows how to play it.
Yeah, no, it's genius. I understand it. I even made a tweet. I'm like, listen, I'm Team Beeve. When he deleted his account, we need to get him back out here. We need less soft people. But now I realize it's like, oh no, wait a minute, this is all a game. Yeah, it's a plan.
Oh, we thought the same thing at first. We're like, Beef, what the fuck? And then you see the next day and everybody's and their mom is talking about it, and there you go. That's your result. No, there's no promotion that's bad promotion in a sense. When it comes
I think
to
I just had a nice spiel about that on the Spaces or something last night about I had this guy BK, he's a golf dude. Oh, you met him at I think you met him at
Brian,
but he was on the Twitter space with me last night and he's like, DJ, and he's like, you know, I respect that you're kind of responsible. You know, I like I have a little fun and I get down every now and then, but I haven't in a couple years. I've been pretty responsible in a weird way. Like once you realize you kind of influence and persuade people's decision in gambling with their money, you sort of want to set a good example, but also at the same time, like I like having fun. I like, betting a little bit more than just one unit. But I'm starting to get a little softer. It's like, I don't want somebody doing it because I'm doing it and they bitch. But then BK was like, why don't you nuke some shit? And I realized like everything you think about, on with Betting Queen and like Trent and all this stuff, like their tweets when they bet something, nothing is a 1 unit straight bet. It's a fucking 10 unit mega max nuke. And that shit does numbers, but not saying that like Beef puts his money where his mouth is. Like you see his slips, you see he tracks his plays. So I definitely respect that. Anyways, that's enough ramble with a couple sub banks. Thank you very much, Ramble. Appreciate it. I was tuning into your stream here and there. I was also making some dinner. I did not catch any of the actual plays though for the Bucs and the Ravens.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of plays on our stream today.
Oh, you made an announcement with Rosa going corp.
Well, maybe not but Jeff made an announcement. Yes.
So I listened to a little bit of it. I didn't listen to as much. Unfortunately, it was just getting good as I started to cook dinner, or when I started to eat dinner. So I took my AirPod out. It was just getting juicy. Yeah, but I did hear that you guys tried to talk him out of it. He's 21, 22 years old. You're going to let him do it. Whatever. That's fine. I mean, listen, I'm not saying it's a stupid thing to do, but it's definitely, if you have a pulse on sports gambling Twitter, like you don't want to see someone you like going corp that after like a year of success.
Well, at the end of the day, we want the best for him. We love that kid like a brother at this point. And it's a thing that, I mean, in the corporate world, it's weird to call like what we're doing becoming corporate, but like at the end of the day, we all want to make money off this shit.
Yes.
We were having the conversation at T Squared of, maybe we want to go about it a different way than other people, normally do. But it's tough. I love the dude to death, and it's his decision at the end of the day. I have no right to be upset or hate him for a decision that he's making for his own well-being. So everyone can have an opinion. Everyone's entitled to it. And I might not necessarily agree, but I'm not going to stop loving the kid and supporting it. So that's pretty much my stance on it.
And Royal, you kind of share that same sentiment as well?
Exactly. Yeah. And again, this wasn't something that happened overnight. We've
known about this for months.
Like you said, you heard us, we try to talk him out of it. Not that we're saying it's going to end poorly. It's just, we think almost
you see the potential.
He's being a little short-minded, if you will. And again, it's his decision at the end of the day. But yeah, no, we've met him in person. We've hung out. I mean, we talk almost every day as a group, and it's more than just being affiliated on Twitter. Like again, we actually consider him our friend, vice versa. So yeah, is what it is.
I think that's fair. I also think that it would be selfish of you to talk him out of doing something that he believes in doing or he wants to do.
We were
also,
just getting our perspective.
No, and I think that's fair. But I really listen. I've always said it. Like I know people like really get turned off and like emotional when people sell their picks. It doesn't make me mad. And I'm not like, I get where people are coming from when it does upset them. I wouldn't pay for somebody's picks. I think that, at the end of the day though, it's like, are you going to hate the player? You're going to hate the game. Like there are people that are willing to spend money on people's picks. And if you feel like you can provide value and you are, if you're good at something, never do it for free, right? That's the old saying. And you want to monetize that and you want to be VIP and corp, that's fine. My problem with Rosa, and I say this from a good place because I'm not a Rosa hater. He's not somebody I wish ill will on. I want the guy to have success and everything. And I've listened to him and I think he's very knowledgeable and he knows his shit. My problem is this. I think for being 21, 22-year-old, he sometimes talks and acts like he's 50 years old and he's been through it all. It's just like the way he talks about sports betting, the lines, what people are doing and all this stuff. I'm just like, you sound like you have 10 plus years experience and like you're teaching people things. And in a way I respect how it's like a mature approach, but also it's like motherfucker, you're 21 years old. You can't even go on a cruise by yourself. I don't even think you can rent a car.
I see both sides, because it's like, at the same time, it's also like, you said it yourself when you watch a lot of these streams. Who else is giving out that kind of information and the matchup data?
Yeah, he's like an encyclopedia.
I don't know anybody that is.
And that's like the one thing where I've been telling them, I'm like, you can like right now, the precedent, and I fully believe this, 95% plus of VIP people are scamming their customers, are not profitable long term. I told them, I'm like, if you really want to do this, you think this is the best decision, then go and prove it. I'm not like, go and prove that you can be profitable when all the eyes are going to be on you. And he's confident he can do that, and he's done it the last 2 seasons. So I'm going to sit and wait and see how it turns out is my kind of thing. I'm rooting
and that's
for
fair.
him, but he does offer something that I don't think anybody on the app can really match, other than some of the top guys like Greg and or what's his name, that drinks beer at like 3 a.m. and goes to Texas Roadhouse.
Greg Peterson.
Yeah, Greg Peterson.
Yeah.
Obviously a similar style, but you know what point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, no, I know what you're trying to make. It'll be interesting. My other fear is that Rosa is a all-world bitcher. So I am curious if he gets cold, if we're going to see him hang it up in after going on like a 1-7 run.
Yeah, we'll see. It's a wait and see for me. It's like I'm rooting for his success, but we'll see what happens.
Either way, though, he figured out an algorithm because his Twitter following grew at a
been doubling over every year.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Yeah. So if you just keep at it, I mean, you're gonna next thing you know, be at 40,000, 80,000.
That's what I said.
Yep.
That was the main point we were pushing.
But you gotta let him figure it out himself. Anyways, like I said, I don't wish you ill will. And at the end of the day, if you're confident enough to sell picks, good on you. I don't have the balls to do it. You know, there's people in the community that do and that I interact with and I'm fine with. So
I couldn't do it. No way. It's way too much pressure. I got a 9 to 5 to deal with, and that's another thing. He's got all the time in the world being a senior in college and deal with the stresses that come with it. And if he's ready for it, then by all means. But it's something I don't think I could ever pull the trigger on that, because so much pressure. It's so much stress every day.
I hate losing people money, like giving.
I hate losing. I hate losing in general. I can't imagine if people are putting more money than I'm putting on my own bets.
You're solely responsible for people losing their money. That's what kind of sucks.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, anyways, good catching up with you guys. I mean, we got plenty of time for the game, so I know Primer's in here bitching that we can move on to the next comment. I kind of think maybe he needs another 10-minute timeout just to keep it warmed up here. All right, just another 10 minutes for Primer. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's talk some props for the Bucs Ravens. Obviously, I am a Bucs fan. I'm probably it's going to be kind of a weird reaction for me in this game. I was talking about it. I did a show with this guy, JC Cornell, who's tapped in. He's like a Bucs super fan, which is awesome. I really think, you know, MJ, Royal, you guys are pretty smart and you get, like, I think the new wave of sports betting content, shit like that. I don't know in your respective fan bases and in your teams if you follow people on Twitter that are like really like super fan accounts, but I think this is like a new type of I don't even know what to say, really.
Similar to what like the Gateway guys are doing.
No, not what the fuck are they called? Gate 14.
Right.
Just like Gate 14. They're you know, you look at the amount of followers they have on Twitter. It's crazy. Really not. It's not a ton, but their engagement is insane.
Right.
Oh,
every follower is.
Yep. Their YouTube videos. I mean, like, you'd look at their subscribers, and it's not anything like.
It's the question of, would you rather have 5,000 active followers or 20,000 dead ones? I would take the 5,000 every time.
Well, it's a great saying. 1 million followers is cool. Engagement pays the bills. And I think that I really think there's something there for these super fans. But anyway, so I was trying. I'm like met these guys that are like Tampa Bay diehard Bucs fans, which are pretty cool. So I taped a video on YouTube with their channel, going through some plays, going through some props. I've talked about this
for tonight's game.
For tonight's game, yeah. I talked about this on my stream a little bit too, but I am definitely, if you do or don't believe in look-ahead spots, I am living proof that as a fan, this is a look ahead spot for me because we have the Atlanta Falcons on deck. And I got to tell you, I still have not gotten over that loss 2 weeks ago in Atlanta, which was also on primetime and I stream. I have really, really bad luck streaming games for my team. So if this doesn't go well, I might be done. But I told him, it's a weird thing. Everybody, when their team plays, like it's do or die. Like I want to win this fucking game. I want to stay healthy. I want the Bucs. Of course, I want them to win. But if they don't, it's not going to eat me up. I'm not going to lose sleep. I'll be fine. I want to beat Atlanta next weekend. That is most important. Now, I'm sure the Bucs are going to bring it. It's prime time, Monday night. You got the Ravens coming in, fucking NFL MVP. This team looks like they can fucking roll to this, a Super Bowl appearance in the AFC title. The Bucs want to make a statement, and I'm all for it. And I think they're going to. I think they're going to play very well. Stakes best bet is on the under in this game. It was 49.5. It's up to 50. I don't know where you guys stand on a side and total. I lean Bucs. I kind of think it's going to come right down to the number. I can see like a Ravens win, unfortunately, like 24-21. I don't know that I see like anybody exploding in terms of yardage or anything like that. But I think if I had to tell you something, I'm on Derrick Henry under rushing yards. I think Lamar does find success through the air. I think Baker has a pretty efficient game. I'm on Cade Nott. We'll talk about that later. I want to hear what you guys have to say. But just to kind of set it up for anybody that's in here wondering and didn't listen to me earlier, that's kind of where my head's at into this game. Then I'll let you guys talk. Royal, you want to go first?
Yeah, I was gonna say total wise, it's pretty tricky, right? Both these teams are scoring over 30 a clip past 3 games straight, something along those lines.
Yep.
And that's the thing. It's right. It's like I feel like I could be wrong here, but I feel like the Bucs still aren't really getting that respect as like I mean, people think they're good, right? But like I feel like they're one of the better teams. I'm not saying, one of the Super Bowl favorites, but I think they're definitely a playoff team in my eyes, or at least competing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to think like Baker in this offense is just going to put up a stinker. Whether they go over or not, I'm not really sure. But point being is I just don't really see, except for that Denver game, like them scoring under 20 or 17 for a long time, in my opinion. I think there's too much firepower. But do you want to get in the props now or just strictly sides totals?
No. I just, if you want to like kind of just touch on the side and total you're thinking of, and then lead into the props, that would be great.
I'm with you. I lean Bucs. I don't know if they win, but I think it's a close game. I think they match up well. Actually, a little fun fact I saw was Baker is the best quarterback versus cover 3 defense, which is what the Ravens primarily play in zone.
Ooh, love that.
So that's why I kind of want to back a receiver in some sense. But yeah, I think they score. I think the Ravens score a little bit. I think it's close.
So, okay. And then in terms of Baker having a good game.
Cade as well.
You're on Cade as well.
I am on Cade Otten. Yep.
It's better.
Yeah, because main reason being is tight ends just have success versus this Ravens team. And I think primarily, I tried to confirm it, but their defensive coordinator was part of McDonald's staff last year, Zach Orr, who's this year.
Yep.
And if you know McDonald, it's the same thing this year with Seattle. Tight ends just feast against these teams. Reason being, they leave the middle of the field open and really try and limit the deep shots with their corners and like the boundaries. So again, guys like Cade Otten, Godwin in the slot, people like that over the middle of the field have a lot of success. I mean, just this year, Zach Ertz 68, Kincaid went over 50, I believe. Ferguson had a monster game. Bowers had a big game. Chiefs tight ends combined for 71 plus. Pretty much every game this year, tight ends have just had, not that they're having 100 plus yards, but they're having success. And his targets have been going up. He hasn't had the results, but to me, that's a good sign that he's involved. I mean, they don't really have another tight end, so he gets almost all the snaps.
Yep.
And aside from Evans and Godwin, there's really no other weapon I'm like scared about, I guess, like taking snaps. That's not to say other people aren't going to have a role, but point being, he's going to be out there almost every play, and I think he's going to have success tonight.
Well, I love to hear that. I did my game script video, which some people thought I am living in La La Land with this narrative. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch it because you probably went live around that same time. W Ramble, by the way, and thank you for the raid and the hype train token. Zach Brownlee with a couple of sub banks. And obviously, if anybody's in here watching on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, make sure to give Ramble and MJ Royal a follow. I remember seeing a clip on Baker earlier in the week, and this reporter for the Bucs, Jenna Lane, she works for ESPN now, asked about his friendship with Mark Andrews and having him come to Tampa and playing against them, blah blah blah. Some thoughts, and he said, I didn't even know they played together at Oklahoma. I didn't know if you guys knew that. He said they're best friends. I think he was like the best man at his wedding, whatever. But apparently during the season, Mark Andrews is a psycho and they don't talk.
I saw that. I played in college. I know a few people that are like that. They're totally different people on game day. It's a real thing. It's scary. It's like you're boys with them all week. They're your best friends. Come Saturday or Sunday, whenever you play, that you don't even say a word to them. It's just
so clear. So when I was doing the show, it's called Moneyline Dogs with this guy JC Cornell, and their Tampa thing. These guys are tapped in a little bit more to like the buzz and the rumors and everything. And apparently, I didn't know this, but the Ravens might cut Mark Andrews at the end of the year because he's owed like $17 million. I didn't know that, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, I guess he's getting a little bit older. He's going to be like 30, 31.
Likely's encouraging, yeah.
Yeah, Likely's encouraging. That's what I said. I like Likely a lot.
Me too.
So my narrative here is, wouldn't it be funny if Baker obviously wants Mark Andrews to come to Tampa and he just force feeds his tight end? He's like, look at what me and you can be. If you were here.
That is kind of a cute little narrative.
Yeah, it's cute. It could be stupid as fuck when he ends with one catch for 8 yards, but
no, I don't think so. I could totally see that.
Yeah. So anyways, I went 2 units over straight, 3.5 catches. It's going to kill me if he goes over his yards, not his catches, right? But that's
always
just
a fun game
you play.
So that was my favorite bet, and then I leaned into on my game script. The first drive, the Bucs have been very aggressive early. They pass, they don't run, run pass to open up the games anymore with this young offensive coordinator. They have very good success, scoring in the first half. And I think Baker had 3 touchdowns in the first half against the Falcons. Mm-hmm. They put up 50 against the Saints. It scares me with the under. But I took him to have a catch on the first drive, plus 160. I took him to have 2 catches on the first drive, 9-1. Anytime touchdown, and ladder just catches up to 7. So I am all in on Cade.
All in on Cade.
And I did not know anything about what you just said. That's why I like having you guys and other smart people on to talk about props, because I like to hear about the matchup and the weaknesses and the opposing defenses and stuff.
Yeah. That's where I found most success is like teams, if they play zone or man coverage, and then the certain coverages, like how the receivers kind of do versus those, and like their role versus those two. It's a lot to look into, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it becomes pretty easy. So yeah, no, it's kind of cool. Everyone has a different approach, and you see some people having success with a different approach, and it's honestly awesome. I love
Lamar under interception, yay or nay. Oh man, you can't talk about that with MJ. He's probably still got PTSD from that fucking Jalen Hurts one.
Dude, me and Royal were on a call together watching it happen. I was like, Royal, I guarantee you.
Oh yeah, you knew it was
throws a duck and they pick it off.
Yeah.
That's the worst, man. That's the worst. And yes, Sports Dork. I love Sports Dork, by the way. Never forget, DJen had a dub club for leans. That is right. Yes. And
I do remember that. I do.
Absolutely. Bag. No, dude. We had like maybe 20 people paying for this. $20 a month. We do these streams every day. We have a newsletter. I have Action Network. There would be nothing more annoying than when, I would try to have like breakfast with my wife on a Saturday, and I would get, at the time I was getting like 10 people, not even exaggerating, DMing me, college basketball, college football mostly, and be like, yo, DJ, what do you think about this Rutgers-Wisconsin game? And I'm like, brother, I have talked about this all week. I fucking have it in a newsletter, and I have Wisconsin on my Action
more
Network.
Than enough.
There's no fucking way. And then people would ask, like, what do you think about games that you're not betting? I say, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I literally go over the entire board throughout the week. I'm going to offer people like a fast track of, you'll get a spreadsheet of what everything we like on every game, me, Steak, and Greg, but you're going to pay $20 for it, basically a convenience fee. Yeah. And I did that, and this is so funny. So I did it for a few months. Some people actually loved it, but I got a lot of pushback for it. But anyways, it's so funny when I did Twitter Premium, and I guess or X, whatever you want to call it, switched its settings, and they switched it. And I didn't know this. Only other premium users could DM me. So all of a sudden, I stopped getting DMs of people asking me what I liked. And I'm like, maybe the lean sheet is working.
You're clearing up the inbox.
Yeah. But then we got really cold. We were pretty hot for a while. We got really cold. And then we got down to like fucking 10 people using it. And I'm like, well, then there's no way that people are just not DMing me anymore. And then I saw that the setting that people couldn't DM me because I didn't allow them to.
Yeah.
It was very funny. But then we just couldn't fucking set aside the 15, 20 minutes a day every day, especially when Greg had a kid. Steaks got a kid. And I was like, you know what? This is just too much. So we just stopped doing
I had someone message me like, I didn't know you had a job. I was like, yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah,
you think I just do this full time? Like,
people do. Yeah, people do. They're like, hey, DJ, how'd you make a career out of this? I'm like, But hopefully, that's the long-term game we're playing, man. Hopefully we fucking can get paid to do this, and I'll push out content day and night for people. That's the new era. So I'm totally with it. But anyways, just to touch on that little funny story, DJ has some legends on here tonight. What's up, E. Gorby?
Oh, Eric.
He's been we used to have these spaces. What was it, like 3 years ago now?
3 years ago.
I don't even know, 3 or 2. And I mean, he was in there day one. So like, it's always cool seeing Eric around.
Yeah, he's been a long timer for sure. All right, MJ, talk to me about the Bucs Ravens. What do you think inside total? And do you have any player props you're on in this game?
So I found it interesting. I mean, looking at Lamar, the first thing I looked at was the fact that he's gone 300 plus back-to-back games now against Washington, and then obviously the Bengals. I mean, these two defenses have been bottom of the barrel all year, right? I don't see that really changing. But on the other hand, Tampa Bay is kind of in that similar bucket. I think they're 26th overall in passing defense, but I don't see that being the case at the end of the year, if that makes sense. Statistically, I think, like you said, Tampa Bay starts off really strong, and I think that negatively skews their defensive metrics. A team that can score quickly, score first, have explosive plays, the defense is going to be on the field longer than more teams necessarily would, especially when you compare teams like the Chargers, who are running the ball more and their defensive metrics look stellar, which I'm not saying that the Chargers defense isn't good, but I think it's yet to be known because of these. It has to even out over the course of the season. So looking at Tampa Bay and looking at Todd Bowles, they play majority of zone defense. It's always been the case. And what is the best defense to run against a mobile quarterback like Lamar? It's zone defense. And honestly, seeing him coming off 300 plus performances against really bad defenses and looking at the rest of his career where he's only done that one time. I think the last time was in 2021 when he had one game going over 300. Then he threw for like 400 in like overtime or double overtime or something like that. So for me, I think this is a defensive performance from the Buccaneers. I think Lamar struggles passing the ball. I think they're going to try to establish a run, but it won't necessarily work. The only thing I'm worried about is a trailing game script. I do see Tampa Bay scoring early and being up majority of the game. That's the only thing that worries me. But seeing his prop line being it was 224, now it's all the way up to 231.5. The opening line just seems way too low for me, especially against a defense that is in the same category as Washington and Cincinnati. I don't think anybody would have blinked an eye if they saw his yards at 240 in this spot.
Hold on, just to stop you real quick. Maybe I misheard you. You said it went 234 up to 231?
224 to 231. I'm sorry.
It moved. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure I heard.
Shit ton of steam. So
it moved up 7 yards.
From this morning.
That's actually normal for passing props. I'll say they're very
it is
volatile.
Okay.
Passing props only, yeah.
So okay, and you are MJ. You're on this under.
I'm on the under. I'm on 229.5 is what I got it at.
Oh my god, dude! I fucking hope you're right because I'll tell you, if Lamar ain't going over his passing yards prop, I don't think they're winning the game.
And I could be wrong in this, but I just see it as an opportunity to fade Lamar coming off 2 awesome passing performances against 2 terrible defenses. I mean, horrible. Not to mention that the total at 50.5, the same total as that game against Washington. If I'm going to catch this under, I do agree with Steak. I'm going to try to catch it live at like 52.5, 53.5 after a quick score. That's what I'm going to try to play the total with. But
it's kind of interesting here because
I also think it's either Bucs money line or nothing. I think there's more value on the money line. I don't see the Bucs losing and covering in this type of game. So either I'm in full piss or the Bucs pull out a defensive performance.
I fucking hope. I mean, listen. It's not that I don't like the play. I want you to be right. Like very, very much. I want you to be right because I don't think Lamar Jackson is throwing for 220 yards and the Ravens are winning this game. I really don't. Even though I think it's low scoring.
Right.
I mean, if they do, the Bucs are shooting themselves in the foot with penalties or turnovers. And just so I understand, both of you guys like the Bucs?
I don't have a play on it.
I
I
lean
definitely
them.
lean that way because I'm
Okay.
fading Lamar, but
Right.
I think it's
right.
close is my point. So I lean the dog.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. All right. And then do you have anything for Bucs player, MJ?
I don't have a Bucks prop. I liked Bro, aren't you on
Yeah,
Fade on?
Yeah,
Right?
I got Otten.
Is that the only thing?
No, I got
You got someone
Justice
else?
Hill on the other side, but I wanted
Right.
to
That's
give
the
out
prop
one.
that there's one other was Justice Hill, but not a Bucks.
Oh yeah, Royal. You didn't pitch Justice Hill, did you?
No, I wanted MJ to give one out, but yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay,
just real
cool.
quick. It's I mean, you could probably relate if you watch the Bucks game. I mean, running back receiving yards seems to kind of almost be a system play, and honestly, it's mainly because how much Bowles blitzes, right? I mean, if that runner's free, he's dumping it off, and Justice Hill, I mean, he's not out there to pound the rock. He's out there to catch the ball in space, and I think the best matchup to compare it to is that opening night. I think he had like 70 plus yards because Steve Spagnuolo blitzes a fuck ton, and Lamar has to get the ball out quick. It's really not an opportunity to him to run out of it because he's gonna get sacked. So I got it at 15.5. I saw, or maybe 16.5. I'm not even sure. It's the problem is it's so much higher now because it got very popular. It got steamed big time. I think it's near 20 now, but yeah, that's the other one I like.
Okay, I have to tell you, my luck with running back receiving yards props this season has been terrible.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. It's like if you can snipe one of those, it feels so good. I have terrible success with it, so I've decided I'm just going to give it a rest for now. And overall, I mean, you guys may or may not already know this. Like, I'm not very good with props to begin with. There's one or 2 weeks a year where I'll go all in on somebody, and that'll kind of like pay for my bankroll of props, and then I'll lose. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Mr. Otten.
Yeah, right. So a couple years ago, I was in Florida at the time, so Greg made this bet for me. But it was right out of the gate, week 1. God, was Russell Wilson the quarterback, or was it fucking Drew Lock? Who was the quarterback of the Broncos before Russell Wilson? Was it Drew Lock?
Oh my God!
It must have been.
Should be. Or Osweiler? Are we talking those days?
It was Jerry Jeudy's rookie year, I want to say.
That sounds about right.
And Cortland Sutton, it was like the year after Cortland Sutton had kind of come on the scene. I don't really know if you remember this, but and to end the year, the Broncos played pretty well against.
Yeah, that was when Locke came in, right?
Yeah, so that's
like
probably what it was.
Now.
He had like 2 touchdowns, and somebody on the Chiefs was like, yo,
that's
Cortland Sutton's going to be for real. I think it was like Tyreek Hill or somebody. And week 1, right out of the gate, I was like, you know what? I fucking love Cortland Sutton. And I looked at his 100 plus yard prop, and it was like plus 430. And now I understand, like, that's not an absurd line, but I'm like, they're giving me Cortland Sutton to have 100 receiving yards 4-1. I told Greg, I don't normally bet this much on a prop, especially at this juice. I said, I want fucking I want $300 on it.
Oh my God.
You see me now, dude. I bet like $25, $50. Like, I've gone soft. And obviously when you get some bad beats, it'll make you scale back too.
Oh yeah.
I'm good for one of those, and like that's it. It's kind of like my golf game. I'll have like one really nice drive and the rest suck. Go ahead. Sorry, MJ.
It's a weird sweat too, because I kind of relate it to the opposite of a under interception bet. Like, every time he's throwing the ball, you're like, oh God, please don't. But on the flip side, receiving like running backs, it's like 1 or 2 opportunities to go over that line. So it's like the flip side completely. I totally get it. They're very weird bets to sweat out. Not necessarily the most fun either.
I like Royals defensive player props, the tackles and everything.
Yeah.
I've gotten
more of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a shame that market
skewed,
it's almost dying. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, stat corrections are worse than ever, and the lines come out like the guys you want to target. It's like minus 150 instantly, or that's some high line at like plus 120. It's like, I don't know if he's gonna get that many. But
the first defensive player I ever targeted was the Steelers and Packers Super Bowl. Do you guys remember that? I mean, yeah, you're not too young.
I think so.
Yeah. And there was a guy named Clay Matthews on the Packers, if you remember him.
Yeah, long blonde hair, dude.
Yep. That was the first time I'm scrolling through the fucking thousands of options. I was like, ooh, tackles and assists. Clay Matthews is going to be everywhere.
Oh my God. Are we going to nuke Ray Lewis over tackles and assists every week, man? Oh my
What would
God.
Kuechly's line be, like 30?
So, okay, before we go to the Cardinals game, I am just curious. It doesn't really seem like you guys play touchdown scores too much. Do you just leave that for Beeve?
Yeah.
Beeve's been killing it so bad this year. It's like hard to steal his spotlight with that, but
well, I got to give the guy his flowers. Listen, I fuck with Beeve often about being a late, meaningless, minute left touchdown scoring merchant. But I always followed up with saying he knows ball. But I asked him to deliver, and I didn't tail it. But I was in your stream. Yeah, I was in your stream. I was on my fucking city bike on the way to work or something, and I was just like, Beeve, give me something right now. And he said 5 units, or he was going to put 5 units on it, Josh Jacobs. And sure enough, I'm checking my phone while I'm at an open house, and I'm like, fucking, there it is, Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
I think it's cool too that like both, I feel like me and Royal tune into the DGen streams and you tune into the Ramble streams without like it being like a weird, like, you know,
like forced.
Yeah. Like, I think it's cool that we both can enjoy each other's streams. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's actually very refreshing. I'm super very unfamiliar and still I don't know how to like navigate Twitch. I know it's been around for a long time. Yeah. All I remember, because I was an Amazon shareholder when I bought the stock at like $900, I was like, fuck yeah. And I remember, hearing that Amazon's buying Twitch, and all I knew at the time was like, well, Twitch must be legit if Amazon's buying it. But I only thought it was like for video games and shit. I never knew it was for anything else.
That's where it started.
Yeah. Now you got hot tub streams and the whole line.
Bro, you have sleep streams. There's 3,400 people.
That is bottom barrel pathetic, dude. If you're
people
watching
are crazy.
someone, that's crazy. Dude.
But so I consume sports betting talk nonstop, like podcasts. I don't even really listen to music that much anymore. I'm so like tapped out of the music scene. I'll do it when I go on runs or something, but I'm always just I'm craving. And for a long time, that before I was on Twitch, and not a lot of people were really doing it anyway. I was like getting tapped out. I found VSiN, thankfully, but they're 24/7, but really I only like 1 or 2 of their shows. And then there's a couple podcasts, but I like on Twitch. I listen to Behind the Lines is like my afternoon thing. And then you guys, I still don't even really know your schedule, but I'll just get the notification that it's on, and I'm like, all right, this is a good way to fucking kill an hour.
Yeah, that's kind of how we roll.
It's
changes
crazy
with the seasons too.
I'm always asking people because I love to consume shit. And, like for golf, I was really into golf betting, and I'm trying to get information cause I was shitty at golf this year. And I'm like, all right, let me try to get better and get some more knowledge. I couldn't find any good like golf streams or podcasts or anything. And I'm like, man, this is a market that is just, it's like, there's such a demand for it.
It's a gold mine. I think the key is like, I think why it's, at least Ramble and yourself, I would say is successful is because we were able to kind of like chew up information and spit it out in a digestible fashion, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it does.
It's more casual. It's more laid back compared to the suit and tie.
It's not robotic.
Spitting out statistics. Yeah, that's how you model yours is being at the bar with a Guinness and just talking shop.
That's all. That is like that's my strength in life.
Yeah,
I'm very good. I could go to a bar every single night and sit there for probably 3 to 4 hours, have 2 beers, not get shit-faced anymore. 10 years ago, I would get blackout drunk. Steak remembers those days. And just sit there and just have a conversation with somebody about sports. Although I have to tell you, one of my most recent experience was kind of disheartening. This is such a New York thing, but I was at the bar and we were watching a fucking Rangers game. Oh yeah, it was a Rangers playoff game. I think I even posted a video, but like the Rangers were losing. I bought people a round of shots near me, and then as soon as I did, they scored and tied it up. It was against the Panthers or the Hurricanes or something.
Complete vibe round.
yeah, exactly. I'm a big vibes guy. I'm juju guy, superstitious, everything. And everybody was great. And at the end of it, there was probably 7 or 8 people. I asked all of them if they had Twitter. None of them had Twitter. I couldn't believe it. All like younger Rangers fans, into sports and everything. And one motherfucker said, no, but I have Threads.
Okay. Yeah. You got to get out of that bar. ASAP.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
didn't
like,
even know people use that.
I didn't know either. I'm like,
nobody does.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can be a sports fan and not be tapped into Twitter, honestly. All right, let's talk Cardinals and Chargers.
Sure.
My best bet. So Steak's best bet on this game is the under, or I'm sorry, on the Bucs Ravens under. We got it at 49.5. Unfortunately, it's at 50 now. So we're going against the steam. WCLV as always, what we're known for, of course. But in the Cardinals Chargers game, I am here with a Cardinals ticket. Got it 2.5. I think it's at 1 now. So we got good CLV there. I'm not sure it'll matter, but I need to hit a best bet like Oxygen, 1-5 on the season. And I had a beautiful masterpiece of a podcast clip about how I was going to like the Niners. Then I had that weird feeling that keeps happening to me every week of it's going to be the play that I think that is going to be 50-50. Yet when you open up Action Network, you're going to see everybody's on one side, and that's going to be the Niners, and it's not going to work out. That's exactly what happened. I unfortunately feel like, and we have to have our picks in because our newsletter goes out on Friday. We have to have our best bets in by Thursday, and we're in the circa millions, which have to be
that's early. Yeah.
Yeah. So it sucks because a lot changes from then till right before kickoff.
Yeah.
And you start to really see like where you get a sense of where everybody is. Well, I haven't seen many people on the Chargers up until about an hour ago when Betting Queen tweeted and Trent tweeted. Everybody knows I love Trent, by the way. But and I can't tell you if I've ever just gone out there and blindly faded Trent. I won't do that.
I haven't either, honestly.
But Betting Queen is kind of new to the scene, and I'm okay being on the opposite side of her. But Fat Girls was talking in the Discord, and he shared a screenshot of his Action Network, and he's on the Chargers because he said, if someone could show me a Cardinals ticket, I'll show them my feet.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
I thought it was hilarious and incredibly accurate because I'm like, fuck me, man. Is this happening again? I thought I dodged a massive bullet with the Niners, and now I'm over here with a fucking Cardinals ticket. I don't see anybody on the Chargers. I thought people would be cozy with the Chargers because they're warming up to Harbaugh, Justin Herbert. I know he's a little bit hurt. Dobbins, the defense is playing well. They just won and covered in Denver, which isn't easy to do. The Cardinals just lost and got their ass kicked to the Packers. Didn't look good at all. Fumbled 3 times. I guess I'm wrong. Kyler Murray, still holds a lot of value, a lot of weight. You get him with points at home. Maybe that's why people are on this. Although now I feel a little bit more comfortable. But there's football reasons to it. The write-ups in the newsletter. I'll stop yapping. We'll switch up the blunt rotation. MJ, tell me where you're at with the side and total on the Chargers game.
Man, it's tough with this game because I'm a Kyler Murray backer preseason on his passing yards. I do believe he's due for a comeback season this time around, or maybe the next few seasons to make a playoff run. Not necessarily playoffs this year, but in the oncoming future, I definitely see them making a push with all the young talent around him. The only thing I'll say, the Cardinals are in terms of if we're looking at two teams, Cardinals are definitely sexier than the Chargers are. The Chargers play a style of ball
that's a good point. Yeah.
That nobody likes to bet on. And man, I didn't last week I was on the Chargers. They're getting a shit ton of respect on the spread. I could be wrong in saying that, but the last 2 weeks, it seems like they've gotten a lot of respect. Even in that KC game, you can make an argument. They stayed close with the Chiefs, and then obviously that big win against Denver, whose defenses looked fucking phenomenal this year. So I like the way I played this game was Ladd McConkey.
Son of a bitch.
Are you on him as well?
No, he was looking at me funny, and you know what I got to tell you, if he has a game, it's because he's going to be a third down fucking merchant, and the Chargers are going to extend drives, and it's going to drive me insane. So.
I think you look at Arizona's defense. Everyone knows their rushing defense is terrible. And I'm looking at Ladd's lines, and Royal made a good point to me playing devil's advocate. Yeah, he's going to get a higher line due to Quinn Johnson being out, right? But to me, the line is so telling. I mean, 4.5 receptions to the over is -150. He's had 5 catches in 1 game so far this season, not to mention his yards at 52.5, which was opening higher than Marvin Harrison. And he hasn't gone over that yards line more than once in the same game that he went over his receptions. And if you look at his targets as well, it's been going up and up and up each week. I don't think that changes. I think Johnson being out only boosts his volume. I don't think we overthink that. I think the Chargers, if they're going to win this game, they're going to have to throw the ball. And Ladd McConkey's your number 1 option in this spot. So I'm not going to overthink it, especially in a spot where you get 2 rookie wide receivers. And Ladd is definitely the less sexy option compared to Marvin Harrison. So that's kind of my read on it.
Well, that's a pretty good point when you say that. Just pulling up the underdog line.
Could the Chargers be like that dark horse team? Like You look at their
can I
losses,
touch
like
on that?
they've been to the Chiefs and at Pittsburgh. So like this team could be real deal, and nobody's really talking about it yet.
Good segue to Royal. He wants to touch on it.
Yeah.
And also, I have something to follow up with, but let's see if he's going to just echo what I have to say.
One thing about like Chargers getting respect. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lied for a second. I feel like they kind of had like even before the season started, because I remember we were looking at future lines and they were either, I'm not gonna remember. I think they were minus 130 to make the playoffs or minus 130 like not to make the playoffs. And to me, like year one with a total rebuild. I mean, new coach, new staff, a lot of people gone, O-line, whatever it is. I don't know. But to me, like I feel like right off the jump, and they're sitting here at 3-2 in the Chiefs division. I mean, they're minus 190 to make the playoffs right now. So to me, it's like sportsbooks think pretty high of this team. And I think a lot of it is Harbaugh. I mean, wherever he's gone, he's won. You have a very talented quarterback. You have a great defense that's playing well. And you have an effective running game and a good line. So to me, it's like, I think they are legit. I just don't think they're being talked about enough. But one thing I'll say why I couldn't get there on the Cardinals, they can't stop the run game at all. Like it's so bad, and all the Chargers want to do is run the ball, even with Herbert, who I mean is a gunslinger. And to me, it's like if the Cardinals stop that, they have a chance. But if they don't, it's going to be a long night. But one thing to note, why I keep going back and forth here, is this is the highest Chargers game total of the year, and I think they've played some better offenses than the Cardinals.
That's true.
Maybe their defense, doesn't. It kind of weighs it out. As in the Chargers,
Pretty much only the Chiefs. Pretty much only the Chiefs.
But the Chiefs defense is a lot better. So, I mean, it evens out, but it's higher by 3 or 4 points, which to me, it's the way the Chargers play. I don't see them blowing them out like it being one-sided. I think the Cardinals put up points here and kind of stick with them. But honestly, I don't have a side on who wins or loses, but my prop in this one is Marvin Harrison. There's really no rhyme or reason. I call it a nutsack play. I know he got hurt last week. I know he got hurt last week, but besides that, he really hasn't done much since the Rams game. And to me, this is prime time, right? You drafted this guy number 4. You're hearing a lot about Neighbors. You're hearing a lot about Daniels and Caleb, and they drafted this guy over Neighbors. And to me, I think they're going to feature him tonight. It's a solid matchup on paper. It's not the best, but to me, at 48.5 or 49.5, I think I got on MGM. It's really not too much to ask for somebody who's going to get 5 to 7+ targets a game, and who's as talented, as a prospect we've seen in years. So yeah, Brian Thomas too, Chris. That's a good point. That's just mine. Again, it's not a smash matchup. It's not his best matchup on paper. I just think he comes to play tonight and they feature him in prime time.
Royal, I'm with you on that. But I guess just to maybe push back a little bit, play devil's advocate on the Chargers. So I will say I am on the Chargers under win total. I like Harbaugh a lot. I really do.
Me
and
too.
I think it's gonna be a great hire. Short term, I wasn't totally convinced. I know there's a weak division, and I thought maybe that's why the win total was a little inflated at 9.5. So I went under, but I looked at the depth chart and I was like, I just don't really see enough names on here.
It's not flashy at all. Yeah.
I mean, 10-7, I guess it's achievable. I am a Herbert guy, but at the end of the day, can they really sustain this throughout the entire season? They have an early bye week, which I don't like personally.
I don't like it.
So I looked at the offenses they've played, and I actually am not so sure that I'm impressed, because here's the names of quarterbacks that they have gone against. They've gone against Gardner Minshew. They've gone against Bryce Young, Justin Fields, and Bo Nix. I've named everybody except Patrick Mahomes.
Could be a little inflated is what you're getting at.
So I think that Kyler Murray, would it be fair to say he's the second best quarterback that the Chargers are going to face all season, right? I mean, because as of right now, it's either Justin Fields or Bo Nix. I'd probably put Kyler ahead of that, even though he can be very Jekyll and Hyde. But on prime time, getting points as an underdog, I always like Kyler Murray as an underdog. And I know last week he didn't cover, but the week before he did. So, and won outright. I don't know the data or the numbers or the trends behind him getting points, but now I realize that he is a sexy name. You guys said it. The Cardinals are sexy. That's probably why more people are on the Cardinals than I expected.
Home dog too.
Yep. Home dog. But what I noticed about the Chargers is kind of interesting. The Chargers in the last 3 weeks, how many points total do you think they've scored in the second half? in the last 3 games.
Oh, probably
Ooh.
low as fuck, man. I'm gonna go 17.
Royal?
3 games. I would
The
say
last
20,
3
but
games.
I feel like I'm off here.
Chiefs, Broncos, Steelers. The last 3 games combined in the second
Oh,
half.
it's gonna be something nasty. I already know.
Oh, it's going to be nasty.
7.
All right. 3
Oh, what?
Oh my god!
No.
I know, it's
3
that bad.
points in the second half.
What does
That's
that
all they
tell
scored.
us?
Well, here's the other thing that I like about the Cardinals. I am not here to tell you the Cardinals defense is very good. And I know I respect this guy, Adam Chernoff, who's talked about it. He said from the offseason, the Cardinals are going to have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. However, given their expectations are supposed to be so bad, I find it pretty impressive that on the flip side, the Cardinals have shut out the Lions in the second half. They've shut out the 49ers on the road in the second half. And against Green Bay, they allowed 10 points, which is just 1 touchdown, despite fumbling the ball 3 times and losing all of them. The Cardinals make pretty good second half adjustments. Jonathan Gannon, their head coach, is a defensive-minded guy.
I was going to say, yeah.
I think that the Chargers are fortunate. Now, granted, they've lost to the Steelers and they lost to the Chiefs, but they did beat the Broncos. The Broncos staged what looked like a valiant comeback with 16 fourth-quarter points. The Chargers can get out to a good lead, but I don't know that they really can play with fire with a guy like Kyler Murray and a couple of offensive weapons with Marvin Harrison, Trey McBride, James Conner, like they can with these other teams. So the threat of the pass is there. I think we see some points. I don't know if you guys said you did or did not like the over.
I have to lean it, yeah.
And if I like the over in this game, I just have to sack up and go with Kyler Murray. So that's kind of why I'm there. I'm also going to lean into the fact that I don't think the Chargers are a 10-win team in the season overall. I am getting nervous. I love the camaraderie from Harbaugh and Herbert. I really am. These clips on the sideline are awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Stuff's awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see.
It's great to see. And I don't know if you guys follow Dan Orlovsky on Twitter, but Dan Orlovsky said he interviewed the players. And he was like, oh, I've never seen a more joyous group of guys. Like Derwin James was awesome. Like they're all so happy to be playing, football right now. And like, that's a Harbaugh effect. And it's not even that it's the Harbaugh effect. It's probably the no Brandon Staley effect.
And people don't realize how much that shit matters too.
Absolutely.
People are human. These players are
Look at him at Michigan too with JJ too. I mean, we saw countless clips of that too.
Yeah. It's in all sports.
I think he gets the best out of them. And I think that's why his teams that he coaches are so good. It's because these players, they're happy. They have such good chemistry and they're playing their best football.
Yep. So I am nervous about my Chargers win total ticket. The team might be better than expected, but when I look at the quarterbacks they faced in the first couple of games, I don't know that there's a team that's had an easier
that's fair
set of opposing quarterbacks.
It's kind of like the flip side of what we were talking about with the Bucs. I mean, you can look at those games and they've played some high scoring affairs that kind of play into why their stats are so skewed. So you could be right. Chargers defense could be more middle of the pack than they're showing right now on paper. Could be totally right.
Yeah. And I will tell you though, I'm definitely getting a little bit nervous about this bet. If anybody hasn't played it already, certainly don't go bet the Cardinals because it's my favorite bet of the week.
I think everything you're saying is lining up for you to take Kyler pass yards, dude.
Really?
Yes. That's how you should play it.
I think he's getting at, you're saying the Chargers jump out early.
Do you think Kyler's going to throw for under 200 yards and win?
No. Yeah. Just like I don't think Lamar is throwing for under 200 and whatever it was, 31 and winning. So yeah, I guess you're right.
I think if we like the over and we like quick scores, Arizona potentially trailing, he's going to be throwing the ball.
Well, let's hope not trailing too much.
219 and a half, and he's gone under 4 straight weeks, DJen.
Oh, you know what? Did you tell me that in the board review earlier? Somebody did.
Oh, I wasn't in the board review today, but Kyler's gone under 4 straight weeks now.
I can't fucking believe that.
I know because I'm on his passing yards for the season long, so I'm hawking that. Like, yeah. So ass. The first 2 games, I'm like, Kyler's back, and then he's like, no, he's fucking not.
It's like playing. I remember when I played fantasy baseball the first time, I was like, oh, this is a great way to learn the sport because when you look at your lineup and you're like, oh, this fucking guy sucks.
Yeah.
The season long entries are a great way to keep tabs.
You love players and you hate them. Like I got Saquon in there. I'm putting him I'm giving him the crown. Like you're the man. But on the other hand, no.
Damn.
Tyler's hasn't been the best. To me so far.
That might be one of the most surprising things I have heard really all weekend in terms of a player in their stats. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I remember Fat Girls hit me up. I don't know why he hit me up about this, but he was like, "Hey, Unc, what do you think about Kyler Murray 30-1 after they beat the shit out of the Rams?" And now I'm very low on the Rams, their defense, and I was like, "I think you're buying very high after a performance against a really bad defense." But that was also week 2 after they did pretty well against the Bills too.
Yeah, it's
and
all been downhill pretty much except that San Fran game.
Yeah, no, it hasn't
Which was
really been that
miraculous.
impressive. So I really like this Trey McBride guy, and I know I'm not the only one. A lot of people like him.
Yeah,
I was kind of late to his game. That was my lone player prop that I was really heavy on last week. I figured that the Cardinals would be trailing
100 yards, right?
I don't know if he got his yards. I played his receptions over. I think that was like 5.5 at a plus price or something. He probably did. Yeah. I sprinkled on him to be the leading receiver, but that didn't hit. But yeah, he had a nice game. I mean, I see no reason that he can't have a good game as well. But Royal, I'm with you, man. Like
Marvin.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on Marvin. I think Marvin has a great game. Has
to.
He has
to be involved, heavily involved. He has to be.
You have to be involved. It's fucking you're at home. You're off a loss.
Your new toy.
He didn't do shit last game. He had 2 targets, no catches. I just can't imagine that. But you never know. Sometimes Tyreek Hill off of a bye had 2 targets in Indianapolis. Like these coaches will blow your mind. But it just you don't need to make it that complicated. Throw the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. Let him make a play. Maybe like longest reception. No, that's getting cute. Maybe it's just yards.
That's what I went with.
I think both rookie receivers kind of go off, man. I think they know they're both rookies. They're going to want to perform and battle against each other.
Oh, MJ, I don't know. I actually just saw an underdog. Oh man, Ladd McConkey's number is bouncing around like crazy. I've never seen this before.
What's going on?
Well. So I just have the screen up. His receiving yards, since we've been talking about this the last 10 minutes, it went from 55.5 down to 54.5, then 2 yards to 52.5.
Now back to 50.
Now it's back. It literally just moved to 53.5 back up.
He's ending at 50 fucking 3 or something, 54, right in that range.
I really like his receptions.
His receptions has to be the play. 4.5 minus 150 for a guy that's gotten it one time. I understand Johnson's out, but that's a pure line read for me.
I'm totally with you. Sometimes I feel like, for example, Josh Palmer is 3.5, and it's like, oh, you just have to get 4. Sometimes like it's a flat 5 on underdog. I feel like they're giving you a flat 5. It's like that sucks.
He hasn't gotten 6 once.
Then you need 6 to win.
Right. He hasn't had 6 once, and it's sitting at 5. I mean, you can make the argument with the more volume with the injury shit, but I can't overthink this one, especially with Arizona's secondary, man. They're throwing out guys that should not be defending these top receivers. So
I keep forgetting that Brandon Staley is in the building at San Francisco. Mush, R.I.P., my man.
Direct correlation? I think so.
Probably. That's tough. All right, guys. Well, before we wrap up the prop talk,
got one more quick one actually.
No, yeah, I'm not totally done by any means. Yeah, I wanted to see if you had any closing thoughts, and then before we popped off, I wanted to get your favorite NBA win total. But yeah,
Royal, let's go,
Royal. Please do.
Yeah, I'll keep it quick.
Keep talking. I'm going to pour another beer.
I want a beer too.
Well, unfortunately, it's a pretty short. Well, you know what it is. You were in the stream. It's Vidal.
We take this shit over. This is our stream now, bitch.
It's
No, I'm kidding.
Can you hear me, DJ? Can you hear us? I don't know if you can hear you.
Oh shit!
All right, perfect. All right, so
here.
it's the backup running back. I just took over to Jen's stream. There we go. 16.5 rushing yards. Vidal, backup running back. Gus Edwards is out. I do like Dobbins. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy to see him succeeding, but got 25 carries last week. And a guy coming off 2, 3, whatever it is, season-long injuries. Kind of feel like Vidal gets a little more work. He's been impressive in a short time. And again, I think I see a lot of value in kind of these like backup backs, but not as much volume against bad rushing defense because honestly, it takes 1 carry at this line, 16.5. You never know. But it's kind of a little system I do in NBA too. We can get into that. But yeah, backup running back for Chargers, Vidal, 16.5 rushing yards. I think he should get at least 4 to 5. And I think that should be good enough.
If I have a rule, if I don't know where a guy went to college, I usually don't bet on his player prop. Where the fuck?
We asked it in chat. You won't even believe it.
Okay, give me a wait. Give me a hint.
Give me a conference.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't even know.
No, I know. I don't know how to describe this team.
Hold on, I'll
You
give you
don't
the
know how to
conference.
describe this team?
Sun Belt.
The Sun Belt is most likely going to be.
Don't read chat.
Don't look at chat.
Actually, let me see. I don't even know who the teams are. North Texas?
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Look at the conference.
Sun Belt.
Where Vidal went to school.
Yeah, Crutch. Yeah, Crutch definitely knows.
Sun Belt Conference. North Texas isn't in the fucking Sun Belt? Oh, they are in the Sun Belt. Oh, but it's not them. Is it Charlotte?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Tell me.
It's Troy.
He went to Troy.
Are they the Troy Trojans?
Do I remember the Troy Trojans?
They are.
Yeah.
No.
They used to be Troy State, I think.
No, I thought you. I heard that like you. I'm butchering that thing. I interpreted that like D-Gen did. I don't know what there is.
What are
Yeah, they're the Trojans.
Cal, yeah, that's a good one. Dobbins. Wait, Steak posted something that he liked here. Lamar yards under, Lad receptions over, Dobbins TD, Mike Evans yards over. No, dude. How are you not going to fucking put K-Dot and anything in there? Unbelievable. You know what Steak does? I swear, this guy, I see like almost everything he tweets. He sees almost nothing that I tweet. This guy will send me tweets that I sent him already. He just like doesn't even look. I'm like, I just sent you that 15 minutes ago. One time he was chirping a play actually earlier. I won't give any more context, but it actually was a play that I'm on. I'm like, hey, fucko. Like, oh,
We've definitely done that a few
times.
Turn
that noti bell on, Steak. Turn that noti bell on.
Seriously, yeah, no, Steak. He's like tapped in, but he's just got so many things going on sometimes it'll miss him. Okay. Real quick, and then this will probably be a good way to get into the kickoff, or lead us into kickoff. Yeah, I'd love to know your favorite win total. And well, first and foremost, have you done your NBA stream? No, right?
We did a quick.
Oh, you did Space.
It was really unorganized. So we'll have something tomorrow to kind of go more. Obviously, talk about the games and then go into more in depth. It's tough. Like doing the whole like bring people up thing is hard to do.
Oh yeah, I stopped doing it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like what we started at. Like Slate Talk was that initially, so we wanted to kind of go back to our roots a little bit. But yeah, it was hella unorganized.
W Crutch Bets, by the way, gifting DC Bets a sub bang. Barty Bart 14 with the sub bang 3-monthers. Appreciate you. A lot of new followers in here. Thank you guys. And if you're not already, follow MJ Royal and Ramble. I'm sure you probably know how to find them. Okay, so. I got to tell you, we're doing an NBA stream tomorrow for the board review.
I'll be tapped in for sure.
We'll definitely have you guys on during the season for sure. And cool. I'll never forget when you were going on Trent's stream and I needed my wife was going to the NBA game. Legacy stat correction. My wife, Chad, if you're not familiar with the story, my wife was going to the Knicks game with her friends and she fired up her FanDuel account. And I was like, I'm going to give you a bet because she knows she's not a big gambler because she hates to lose her money. She's like, she's just one of yeah, absolutely. Like, you work so hard.
Good reason.
Yeah. Meanwhile, her aunt's probably hanging out at the slot machines right now. I love to party with her aunt. But anyways, she was like, let's get a bet going because she knows like when you go to a game and bet on it, it definitely increases or enhances the excitement and the fun. So I'm like, all right, there's this guy, he's pretty sharp with Royal. I don't even know if I was familiar with you at the time. But I was like, this guy comes on, he talks NBA, he's pretty sharp with stuff. You were hot at this time, MJ, and you gave me RJ Barrett over points, rebounds, and assists. Does that sound right?
Yep.
RJ Barrett
does.
And he was, let's say it was like 26.5, and he was at 26, and there was like 14 seconds left, and I want to say he got.
I remember it specifically. It was 24.5, and he had 24. I remember it literally like yesterday.
24.5. He was at 24 and he got a rebound, but I'm following it on the phone with like 14 seconds left. And it was one of those where it didn't say the player. It just said Knicks team rebound. And then the game ended. They were like trying to put up a shot or something. I don't know if I think they lost. And so I looked and he ended at 24. And I was like, oh my God.
They didn't change it until like 10 minutes after tip. I ruled it as a loss. And then I saw my phone blowing up. It was like, they changed it. I was like, let's go, man.
It was so amazing. It
was
so
the
amazing.
Only time stat corrections just came through. That was really fun. But
yeah,
that was I don't even remember how we interacted before that.
No, we didn't. We didn't interact before that. I just saw you on Trent's stream, and then I think I just hit you up to ask.
Oh, yeah. It was that simple?
Damn. Yeah, that simple.
Bro,
So
what were you
funny
saying?
story. Yeah, funny story. I was gonna say that was actually the time that I started going on as well, because I actually saw that and I saw like
Oh,
the
nice.
reaction. I saw the reaction because I was doing NBA props too. I was like, man, like this looks awesome. But funny story, like, so I went on Book It that previous spring when it was like still pretty new, I want to say, for baseball, or I think it was the summer actually, and never gone on before. Watched it a few times. I was just trying to do anything to grow, and I gave Trent. This was before like it was really focused on Prize Picks and like the props. I gave him Freddie Freeman to get a hit and Dodgers money line, and both fucking lost. And it was like a 2.5 minute sell job. I was just spamming stats. I was like the history, pitch mix, everything. And I didn't know how to read chat at the time. I watched the stream back, and it was like tempo and pace. This guy's on here for like 3 minutes. I was like, good Lord, I'm never going. I was like, both of them lost, and chat is vile. I was like, I'm never going back on there.
Oh, they're
And then,
ruthless.
yeah, and then I was just like I said, I saw MJ and Jeff actually just like growing a fuck ton. I was like, you know what, I'll give it another shot.
Yeah, and you
Also, I thought Trent was
you
hilarious.
DM'd me
too.
one night. You were just like,
Yeah, I
yeah, I like
did.
this guy too, and then the rest is history.
Yeah,
It's tough going on. I mean, I think I remember I thankfully I got very hot in NHL, and Trent like even retweeted me. And
Yeah.
I think that's probably when I went from like, I don't know, not even exaggerating, like 5,000 followers to like 7,500
And
followers.
Trent doesn't get enough credit for that shit either.
Oh,
he's
no.
always putting other people on. And
Yeah,
that's like
and-
one of the best things about him.
Yeah, and you know, like I spent maybe like 15 seconds just saying something nice about Trent, and then 45 people in the chat's like, "Bro, doing tricks on it." Oh, like fucking
I actually remember that.
clean up after you're done or something. Yeah, I'm like, you can't say one thing. People fucking give this guy 1,000 death threats a day. You can't say one nice thing about Trent. But yeah, I got like very hot in hockey. I think I had like a 9-1 stretch or something, and he retweeted me. I was like, "Oh, this is fucking awesome."
That's what I tell everybody who wants to grow. I'm like, dude, go and book it, man. That was the only reason my account is the way it is. Like,
well, you gotta go and book it, but you also like it's a very good platform to get yourself out there. But you also have to like start putting yourself out there yourself too.
Yeah.
Like
good,
someone will.
It's good like practice almost.
Yeah,
if you will.
yeah. But like somebody will just DM me and it's like, "Hey, DJ, like, can you retweet this? Like, I want to start an account." Like they literally just created it like yesterday. I'm like, man, like you're gonna have to put in a little bit more work than that. You know what I mean? Like this shit.
I think the best is when like a random account will hit you up that doesn't even follow you, and they're just like collab. It's like,
collab.
Dude, no problem. Sure, gotcha.
Dude, I used to get that so much, and I would be like, man, I'm really not a collab guy. I must have said it to probably 17 people, and then as a joke, I think I did a collab. I don't know if it was like with Beeve or somebody.
Yeah.
And sure enough, one person was like, "I thought you said you weren't a collab guy."
Yeah, I do collabs with all the people I know, and like I think it's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you do it with your friends, because it's like, hey, we like the same bet, but like
exactly.
to do it with another Twitter account that you don't know, like just because they have a lot of followers. I mean, listen, like it works. It's not necessarily my.
People have hit me up for like payment. Like, can I pay for you to post a collab? Like,
yeah,
a message I've received. It's crazy.
Well, I'll tell you right now, when I first started the account, and I think this was like super early, but I was at maybe like 2,000 followers. These accounts hit me up like Hoops Mix. I don't know if you follow Hoops Mix and like something else.
Oh, I got the same DM. I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Want to boost your follower account?
Yeah, and you pay for retweets. Like, I have a firm rule. I'll never buy followers because to me that's a little sleazy. Pointless. I mean, if you want to do it, you do it. That's fine. But I will pay for like promotion. You know what I mean? Like I've done it to a TikTok video before, and the shit works. But this account hit me up, and I was like, at the time, obviously, I'm very new to this shit, and I had a little money to spend on my account. And I'm like, this person has fucking 400,000 followers, and they're gonna retweet one of my tweets. Like, yeah, I'll pay you fucking $200 for 15 retweets or something.
It goes back into what he said though. Would you rather have 200,000 dead followers or? That's how
that's what I realized. I realized, well, first of all, I was doing it with like horrible tweets, and
those
like,
accounts, they have like thousands of followers, but that's all they do all day is retweet bullshit. So,
well, and a lot of them are bots too. Yeah, a lot of them are bots.
Exactly.
But yeah, I would see like the followers I'm getting. I'm like, I don't really know. Like sometimes I think they would create accounts to act as followers and then follow me to be like, oh, this is working.
Wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, it's 8:07. We got kickoff coming up here pretty soon. I see the fucking Baker Mayfield running out of the tunnel, fired up, looking so good. Oh my God, they got the white pants on tonight. Wow. Hold on here. Hold on. Let me show you this. Oh my God. Wait, just look at this. Tell me this. Can you imagine being Greg? Greg faded Baker Mayfield. Look at him.
A locker room guy, dude.
Look at him.
I would go to war for that guy.
I would too. He's such a fucking Tampa guy. He's gonna be
shake
so
everyone's
fired
hand before pregame, even the trainers, get everyone fucking locked in.
I absolutely
what you want out there.
I'll be honest, I could not be happier for him. Like after that shit year in Carolina, and
just proves how fucking what a disaster.
Better QBs in the league, yeah.
Dude, the Cleveland is where QBs go to die. Like,
Well, yeah.
Well, look at Sam Darnold.
Yep. Yeah.
A lot of it's so much about the system. And I mean, who did the Cleveland Browns have? Do you guys even remember Freddie Kitchens? Do you remember Freddie?
I know that name, but I don't remember.
I remember Baker used to shit on him.
I think he was the coach when they did Hard Knocks.
I think so, yeah.
It was
who was the guy that all I remember from the Hard Knocks is that guy going, and his stomach moving up? You remember that?
That was insane.
It's the only clip I remember from that Hard Knocks.
Wait a minute, DJ, don't make me bring out the Baker tweets you have. I don't know what that is, Cam. Feel free. You can old takes expose me. That's fine. All right, MJ, what's your favorite NBA total?
It's the Hawks for me, man.
Wow.
Yeah, the biggest reason, and honestly, a lot of people can think of it as a negative, but DeJounte Murray leaving, I mean, that combo between Trae Young and DeJounte Murray was never going to work. I mean, me and Royal talked about it all season. And like the biggest, you could say they didn't mesh, but when you really look at it, the reason why, DeJounte Murray is one of the best point guard defenders in the NBA. So that means he has to play the one. He has to guard the one. And what can't he do when Trae Young is on the floor? Guard the one. And what he got exposed to last year was a lot of these bigger wingers, these bigger 2 and 3 guards, they had mismatches against DeJounte. Yeah, he's a great defender, but not against these larger guys. Him leaving, especially with Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson is my favorite for most improved player this year. This guy that averaged around 16.5 points a game. In his
where's he from?
Jalen Johnson.
Yeah,
he's been on the Hawks.
No, but like, what college did he go to? Is he young? You know, he's got been in the league
fourth year. I'm forgetting.
Kansas?
Duke.
Ugh. Okay. I don't know that I know this guy.
Yeah, this guy is going to be an all-star this year, at least in my opinion. He's the guy that, if you look at all the candidates for most improved player, to me, he's going to have the biggest role within this Hawks offense. He's going to be the number 2 scorer this year for Atlanta. It's not going to be Bojan. It's certainly not going to be Clint Capella or any of these other guys. But what I really like about the Hawks is that their starting 5 is great, but their bench is actually much better than last year, especially getting that number 1 pick that nobody seems to be talking about, Rushishay, or however you say it. This team has just a shit ton of potential, and it just seems like people are forgetting how good of a fucking player that Trae Young is. A guy that's been to the playoffs multiple times, coming off a really shitty year in a system that just wasn't going to work. Straight up, it was DeJounte and Trae Young being on the same court together. That was never going to work. And now they have a ton of young guys like a Kongwu, who's going to eventually take Clint Capella's spot, being the backup center this year. They're probably going to split minutes. And if you look at Clint Capella and why he was so bad, it was because he was having to run 30-plus minutes a game. That's not going to be the case. It's going to be 50-50 on a Kongwu, who I think is honestly just a better option than Clint Capella. You might even see him become a starter this year. So over 36.5 wins is a great number to back this Hawks team that I don't think anybody believes in, and especially with an all-star like Trae Young with a lot to prove. So I think Jalen Johnson is an all-star, averages 20-plus points a game, like a 21-8-4 type of stat line. Like, I can't find his season-long numbers anywhere. The only way I can back Jalen Johnson is MIP, which is plus 1,200.
Wait a minute. I got to talk about this for a second because I'm kind of intrigued, and I'll tell you why I'm intrigued real quick. Didn't DeJounte Murray leave the Hawks?
He went to the Pelicans.
Yes.
And he left this offseason, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
I kind of like addition by subtraction sometimes when a team has an all-star or potential all-star and it doesn't work out. And a team I talked about buying into last season, and I ended up not getting too crazy and just focusing on one future in the MLB, was the Padres with no Juan Soto. I kind of think that just – I don't know, like
too much almost.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much. And for whatever reason, I mean, the Hawks aren't loaded with superstars, so it's not like you crowded the room. No. It's just that it was a fit that didn't work. And now it's kind of like, oh, okay, we can get back to how we want to play or doing something different. And the spotlight off you, expectations off of you a little bit. That number is lower, 36.5. I mean, the Hawks had to be, by the way, I don't know if you guys listen to Bill Simmons. I think he's a great listen, because sometimes when he goes all in on something, it's usually the worst take of all time, and you want to fade it or stay off of it. The Hawks over win total last season was his best bet of the season, and I don't think they came anywhere near it. No. He also said Scoot Henderson, I think the guy that went to the Blazers, was like his favorite rookie of all time coming out, and he had a terrible year. But anyways, I like that maybe he burned, the Hawks burned everybody last year, or burned Bill Simmons. Nobody's going back to the Hawks this year. So,
and you're so right about them not having all-stars, but they have guys like Larry Nance, like Bogdanovich, like guys that could come off the bench and be contributors. Dyson Daniels is a slept-on player. DeAndre Hunter is going to come off the bench depending on what rotation they use.
I love DeAndre Hunter.
And they got a number 1 draft pick that nobody's fucking talking about. This guy is everything. Rashashay.
That's right.
And everything I've heard about Rashashay, he's not going to be a volume scorer. He's just going to be a utility guy. Yeah, I bet. I just wait until the Trae Young starts running this offense with all the pieces he has around him, with a rising star in Okongwu at center, with Jalen Johnson, who's going to be an all-star this year, with DeAndre Hunter, who can shoot the 3-ball, with Bogdan, who can shoot the 3-ball, a rookie that's going to be better than people expect. Everything lines up for the Hawks to be good.
Wow. Okay, might have to get in on that. Greg is in here. What's up, Greg? Greg says he's tailing.
The last thing I'll say about the MIP, because I just love this play so much. Last year we hit on Tyrese Maxey, and the big reason why I liked it so much was these guys that have to step into this number 2 role. That's where you get MIPs, and Jalen Johnson is going to be that number 2 guy. He has to be.
This is funny, and it's very stupid. And of course, Fat Girl said, "Oh yeah, what Matt said." Idiots. But real quick, MJ, thoughts on Quinn Snyder? No, you don't sound that. That doesn't sound good.
Man, it's not a lot to like.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. That's enough. That says it.
I'm not gonna bullshit it. Yeah.
Royal? What's your favorite? What's your favorite win total?
I just want to touch on the Hawks quick. Why I also agree with it, because I was on it too. I wanted to back Trae Young in some sense, because if you remember, you live in New York. Do you remember that the year Hawks went to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? And the reason why
was that the year they beat the Knicks?
Yeah, that was the whole fuck Trae Young thing. It was because it was Trae Young running the show with a bunch of 3-and-D 3-point shooters around him, and to me, that's when he's at his best. I honestly thought when they got DeJounte, they were going to flip him for like a wing or something. I couldn't believe they kept him, especially for 2 years. But yeah, no, I love Trae Young over like season-long overs. I think he's going to have definitely an all-star year as well. But mine's probably on the square side, but I don't really care for win totals. I love the Rockets this year, at least. I have the game up, but I think it is 46, if I'm not mistaken.
You call it square?
43. 43 and a half.
Call what square?
Rockets? You call it square?
I think more people are inclined.
I guess you'd probably say that because they were a fun team last year, right?
Yeah.
But didn't they kind of have a little bit of a letdown late in the season?
I think so, yeah. I'm struggling to remember for some reason. Yeah, well, I know they were pretty injured. I don't know.
Well, they were fantastic ATS at the beginning.
They were great ATS. I remember that. Yep. You didn't want to fade the Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. The number 1 reason is their coach, Ime Udoka. I think he's one of the best coaches in the league. To me, he was Brad Stevens' successor, which says a lot. And the only reason he's not there is because of the allegations. Obviously, we're not going to go into that, but only reason he's not still with them, and that's why Joe Mazzulla has a ring. So to me, I think he develops talent well. I think he harnesses guys like Jalen Green, who people were ready to label a bust because he doesn't play team basketball. He's too sloppy, this and that. I think guys like that in second year of his system, they're going to have a great culture. I mean, we saw the change already. I love their starting 5. You got Van Vliet, Green, Brooks, Jabari Smith, who I think is going to take a pretty big leap. I don't know if you remember him. 5. Yeah, do you remember him from Auburn, D-Gen, 2 years ago?
Well, I'll tell you how I remember him, because there were rumors, or not rumors, but speculation that he'd be the number 1 overall pick when the Magic were drafting, and I did not want Jabari Smith. I didn't want Chet either, but that looks like maybe a regret. But I'm very happy with Paulo. I did not want.
I love Paulo.
I will note
good shooter, I think, right?
Jabari Smith's been that VIP Discord ladder guy for the last 2 seasons.
Oh God.
So this could be the year that he finally breaks out.
Real quick, W Snowman Sports with a raid. Appreciate you, Snowman. Okay, continue. Yes. By the way, is this the first year that the ex-Celtics head coach, I forgot his name, is going to be the coach. Second year. Okay,
which is why I like it, because you get a second year of these guys fully bought into the system, and it's a lot of the same team, and they were very young to begin with. Also, what's your thoughts on Reed Shepherd from Kentucky?
Well, I'll tell you, when he got drafted, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't remember anything about him. I guess he had a nice tournament. Now, all of a sudden, Steak is like, Reed Shepherd is my guy to win Rookie of the Year.
He looked very good in the preseason, just shot his absolute butter, whatever you want to call it. But they were high on him. It seems like every GM wanted this guy, and they love this guy. He's scrappy. He's kind of like, he's got that TJ McConnell mindset in the playoffs. I feel like that's a good analogy. Like he's going to die for all those loose balls. He's going to get you a lot of steals and everything. But Steven Adams too, if you know him, I think a great key to a good team is a great backup center, in my opinion. And if you remember him on the Grizzlies, he was a powerhouse for them. He defensive anchor, rebounds, intimidation, whatever you want to call it. And I think he plays perfect with Sengun, who's more of an undersized center, more of a scorer, facilitator. Not really so much the defensive end, but you bring in Steven Adams, who fits that void completely. So to me, they have a very good roster. They have a very deep bench, although it's young. I love Amon Thompson, and Cam Whitmore can score, at will at this point. He had a great season, and great defensive team, and they have a good point guard to lead them and a lot of good scoring options.
So I didn't hear you mention Van Fleet. Did you?
I just listed him. I think he's a solid enough point guard. I don't think
I liked him. Was he not very good last year?
He was pretty good. Like I said, it's really tough with Jalen Green how good of a scorer he can be. Because some games this guy takes over. He can score 40 at any night. So
to me, the Rockets just don't have that like go-to guy necessarily. You know what I mean? Like they're still figuring out who that guy is going to be. But Royal's right. There's so much young talent on this team, and it's like the perfect spot for young guys to grow within. I'm with you. I'm with you, Royal. But the backup center thing, I think, is extremely important. That's actually why I'm high on the Sixers to go pretty far this year. With Andre Drummond backing him up. It's someone no one really talks about, but when you have a key center, you need him to have break days, and especially when most of the time these centers are defensive minded and a key part of like their scheme. When they get off the floor, they can't just be giving up points at a crazy rate. Like that was the case with the Sixers. Every time Embiid stepped off the floor, they were getting cooked in the paint. Right. That's not going to be the case for these certain teams. Same thing with the Hawks. Like now, Okongwu is really coming to form. Clint Capella, whenever he stepped off the floor, they were 6'9" and under. So I like the potential. I think it's just a good point by Raul, for sure.
I'm with it. All right. Well, I'm not even just glazing you guys, but I like both reads, to be honest with you. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna get fully involved with this Bucs game. First drive, Kadon doesn't have a catch yet, but he's been wide open twice. Can't thank you enough for coming on and talking ball.
Tell me that.
Really appreciate it. Best of luck with your bets tonight, and I will keep tabs on the Ramble streams, of course, and be tuning in as always. So have a great week, and thank you again for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, bro. Appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Peace.
Third. Now it's going to be fourth down. We're going to have to go for it. All right, guys. Take it easy.
Much love. Talk to y'all.
Preach. Not good. White already 2 carries. Yeah, what's going on here? Why are we so into the run game right now? 4th and 1, we're going to go for it. What's going on here? This is not very characteristic of the Bucs to be this run happy on fucking first and second down on the first drive of the game. I mean, good for the under, I guess. We really need that to happen, but Cade Otton was wide open on the first play of the game. Wide open, and Baker didn't see him. He looked left. Oh, no. Just sneak it. Oh, they're going to try to draw him off sides. Nope. Oh! What do you know about that little trickery? I love Liam Cohen. Have I said that before? I fucking love Liam Cohen. Come on, baby. Let's get Cade Otton involved. Let's get Cade and Otton involved right fucking now. Come on. Hold on one second. All right. Need some Otton in my life. Sweating the first quarter. Let's go. Bucs. Come on, baby. This is first and Otton right here. This is first and Otton. Where is he? Oh, he's in a down. He's got a 3-point technique. First. Oh, no, he's blocking. No. We don't want that. Oh, he's wide open. Mike Evans. I mean, I'm happy. No Kate Otten on the first drive. Son of a bitch. Baker Mayfield is insane. Baker Mayfield is insane. Oh my God. You're ahead. You got to go. Sorry, boss. What are you talking about? Yep. Shady. No way. Did Beef had Mike Evans' first touchdown? Dude, this guy is out of his fucking mind. You got to be kidding me. He's out of his mind. Out of his mind. I got nothing but respect for him. Nothing but respect. He did it again. Crazy. All right, no Kate on the first drive. That's okay. My goodness, Bucs. Holy shit. I mean, they are not fucking around. They're going to do so many bad things to the Atlanta Falcons next week. It's going to be unbelievable. 100th career reception touchdown. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Damn, not one catch to Kate Otten, though. That would have been nice. Unbelievable. I mean, this is great for Derrick Henry, too, because if the Bucs get the lead, oh, baby, you're going to have to abandon that run. No, I'm just kidding. It's very early. That's Guinness talking. Why are we saying fuck Otten? That was a perfect drive from the Bucs. Dude, that's all they've done. Well, I wouldn't say it's perfect. I don't like so many runs. Unbelievable 4th and 1 call. Unbelievable. Bucs boys. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, was that you on Mike Evans? I mean, I would have loved one catch from Kate Otten on that first drive. I like the post. Keep the picture. Okay, will do. Oh, that's very funny. Where's Shady Beef at? We got to go give him his fucking flowers. This guy is insane. What does it say? Mama, there goes that man again. My God, he is absolutely insane. What was Mike Evans? 9-1 to score the first touchdown. You are insane. Beef is out of his mind. Absolutely out of his mind. Stop glazing Beef. Shut up. Okay. Where are we at right now? Oh, I'm going to go like some tweets real quick. Go catch up. Oh my God. You got to be kidding me. Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless has a Baker Mayfield jersey. I don't like that. Oh my God. Your kicker could never. You have to be kidding me. The Bucs kicker is wearing this. Oh my God. My wife has him on her fantasy team. I can't wait to tell her. Oh my God. How cool are the Bucs? This is the coolest the Bucs have been maybe ever. Trent all-time heater. What did Trent do? Beav is out of his mind. Evans is just him. What got to be my favorite Buck of all time behind this guy. While you're on Twitter, can you check my DM? Yes, Crutch. Did I not do that? Did I not check your DM? I'm pretty sure I did. Hold on. Crutch, what's your name? Are you Boots? I don't see Crutch bets. Trent had Evans first TD. That's amazing. Crutch, I'm not seeing your DM. Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, wait. I'm coming turn first. We never guess what's on. Oh, I see. Oh, let's go. Orlando Magic. Whoa. Love that. Great story, Crutch. Thank you for sharing. I don't know how I missed that, by the way. All right, well, Kate Otten did not score the first touchdown, but that's all right. He's still going to get in. Trent hit another first TD. That's incredible. It's funny that who's tailing who? Is Beef tailing Trent? Is Beef tailing Trent or is Trent tailing Beef? All right, let's slow it down, Bucks D. Oh boy, I don't like this special teams play. Don't like this special teams play at all. Don't like the special. But Baker Mayfield touchdown passes might be the best play of all time. Yep, I like both. What a drive by Tampa. Now let's slow it down. Defense. All right, let's clamp Derrick Henry. That's the number one objective. Dude, that's amazing, Crutch. What a story, what a tweet, what a DM. Thank you. All right. Where is the key here is let's watch KJ Britt. We need KJ Britt to be fucking have the game of his life. All right, hold on. Yep, there we go. That's exactly what you want to see from Derrick Henry. 2-3 yards every single time. We'll give it to him. I don't even care. You know the math on that. If he gets 3 yards a carry, he's going to get a first down every time. Don't care. Let him do it. Let him fucking do it. Is it time taking the live under? Thank you, Bucks. Is it time to take the live under? I mean, it's not time. It's on not time. Thank you again to Ramble and MJ. Didn't hear the NBA plays. Hawks and Rockets over. Just telling Greg and Steak, by the way. Greg said he's tailing both of those. Thank you very much for sharing. Let's go Rockets. Let's go. I think Steak. Oh no. Oh, Lamar Jackson's really good. Yeah, Lamar Jackson's really good. That's gonna be a problem. That's going to be a problem all game. I wouldn't hate a holding call. I'm not bitching for the penalties. I'm just saying I wouldn't hate a holding call. Vita Vea active hamstring season, 4.7 yards per rush, 24th in the NFL. Not great. Not great. That's all right, though. Vita Vea has been hurt. That's what people don't understand. You got to make sure they understand that. All right, what do we got here? 1st and 10 at the 50. I formation. I do love me an I formation. That was a very good play. I can't lie. That was a great play. Fake toss to Zay Flowers. That was a good play. Ronnie Stanley out there, former Irish legend. Yep. I don't know, guys. First quarters or this first drives are scaring me. First drives are scaring me right here. Not going to be great if this game soars over. Not going to be great. Oops. Need a team to fade. Greg says, Steak says Sixers. Fade the Sixers. By the way, we're going to be doing our NBA stream tomorrow. Fat Girls will be on. Steak will be on. Should be good. We're going to start early so I can talk about the NHL. You'll love to see the loss of 3 yards. Oh, is that ball out? No way. Is that ball out? Or was he down? Was that ball out? Hold on. Love to see that. The Bucs defense came to fucking play today. Great job by 24. Tell me the ball was. Oh, that ball was loose, but it didn't come out until he hit the ground. Fuck. That would have been a nice way to start this off. I mean, that ball is kind of moving. No, they're not going to review it. Replay assist. That's fine. I don't need it. We don't need it. I don't need it. We don't need it. All right, come on. Yes, get his fucking ass. Ooh. Goddamn, dude. Is that Diaby? He is a bad motherfucker. Gotta stop him here. Dude, Yaya Diaby is a bad motherfucker. Wow, we love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. Oh my God. I mean, that was actually a pathetic effort by the right tackle. Pathetic. Huge right here, 3rd and 19. Can't give up. Play clean. No penalties. Play clean, no penalties. Come on. They were smart. They were just trying to get in field goal range. Do something cute. Oh, I love it. Sack lunch. Nom, 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 nom. Who was that? Antoine Winfield? God, he's a bad bitch too. Woo-wee! Tampa's lit right now. I can't fucking wait to see Kirk Cousins in here next week. I cannot wait. Can't fucking wait. I'm not streaming it. I'm just going to be watching it in silence because typically when I stream the games, it doesn't go well for my favorite teams. What a fucking start, though. Todd Bowles is sending the damn house. You're goddamn right. He is. Great start for the Bucs. You cannot get fucking complacent, though. You can't get complacent. Field the punt. No muffs. No cute shit. No bullshit. And for the love of God, whatever you do, block that shit. Don't take your foot off the gas offensively. Do not get cute with the run bullshit. Is that in the end zone? There we go. Don't take your foot off the gas. All right. None of that run pass bullshit. I don't like how many times we ran on the first drive. I'm really surprised to see it. Justin Herbert coming up in Arizona next. Please, Cardinals, please. I would love to go 2-0 in the best bets tonight. Under in Tampa. Cardinals, baby. Let's go. You got to have, what does that say right there? Nikki Gourds. You got to love having a DC that blitzes as much as Bowles and Spags. Yeah. Yes and no. I mean, sometimes you play with fire. You know, you saw Kirk Cousins fucking dice us up for 500 yards, although I think they'll probably make some good adjustments on that. Dan's Bets with a new follow. Lock Myth, what's up, guys? We got a lot of new follows in here. Double W Page, Nicoleslito 03, Anito Payne, Mr. McTosta. That's a fun name. Bo 9 McDaniel, and Muddy Product 97. Welcome to the degenerate stream. I would say the board review, but it is not the board review. All right. Well, nobody's getting a Kate Otten jersey. I did tweet it. It's time to get my roots back. Ravens and Cardinals. Motherfucker. The public absolutely feasted today. Blah, 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 blah. Yep. All right. Let's see. Playoff judge. I'm just catching up on Twitter real quick. Oh, wow, dude. Marvin Harrison Jr. first touchdown. Wow. Dude, Beeve is on a fucking heater right now. You absolutely love to see it. You really do. Guy's on fucking fire. Also, Steak's got a parlay cooking. Let's go see what Steak is up to. Steak's always got a cheeky parlay going. Let's see. Where's Steak, this motherfucker? Let's see what Steak's got to. Oh, Steak's almost at 5,100 followers. He's got 5,097. All right, here's what Steak's got. Let's see what Steak's got real quick. He said Evans, bang. Oh, would you look at that? Okay. So he needs Zay Flowers, Mike Evans. So he needs JK and McBride. That's not bad. Although I like Marvin Harrison. I don't know that I like him to score. I like his yards though. What else? Look at this, by the way. Oh my God, dude. Mike Evans is unbelievable. Only 4 players have reached 100 career TD receptions faster than Mike Evans. Look at these. Look at that company. Look at that company. All-time fucking great. All-time great. Wow. You just love to see it. I'm going to have to tweet about Mike Evans later. God, he's the fucking man. He just really is. Absolutely love him. McConkey, first touchdown, do fattest giveaway. Oh, come on. Oh, what a play by Baker, dude. Baker is out of his mind. Baker is out of his fucking mind. Baker is he's on one. I love that they called a pass play on first down, even though it almost was a disaster and he got sacked. That's all right. All I see is Kate Otten blocking, by the way. Kate Otten ain't catching shit tonight. He ain't catching shit. He ain't running routes. He ain't going out there. He ain't catching shit. That's okay, though. Bucky's making plays. Let's secure the win and let's stay fucking healthy, right? Let's stay healthy. I say we pass it again. Let's pass all night on these motherfuckers. What are you going to do? You're going to run it here? Yep. That's okay. That's all right. Little gain of 2. Never hurt nobody. Never hurt nobody. Hey, DJ, just curious, why the under in this game? Logan, this is what I'm going to start doing, everybody. We have a newsletter, and we do a stream all week. If you want to know our reasoning, it is on the newsletter. You can go to the website, and you can subscribe to the newsletter for free. It is Steak's Best Bet. If you want a more thorough explanation, you can ask Steak, but Steak also has given it. We also had a podcast, The Board Review. You can search it on Apple or Spotify. And we did a DGen only exclusive meeting, players only exclusive meeting where we talked about every game and Steak gave his reasoning. But I thought they were showing a clip of somebody limping on the sideline. It was Mike Evans. I was like, oh no, is he hurt? And he was just talking about the game ball. Oh no, is he limping? He's not limping, is he? Jeez. I'm usually tapped in on the streams, but I stayed off of them this week because Alabama lost Tennessee. I didn't want to hear anything about it. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, very upset about that, given we're Milroe Heisman ticket. I'm a Milroe Heisman ticket holder. Yeah, that's okay. But you can find Steak's reasoning there, or I would hit up Steak because that was his best bet. All right, let's go, baby. Oh, Kate Otten. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We'll take that. Move the chains. Move the fucking Oh, what's the flag? Don't tell me it's a bullshit holding penalty. It is, isn't it? Ooh, roughing the fucking passer. You love to see it. You love to see it. Love to see it. Oh, face to the hand to the face. You just can't do that. You can't do that. I mean, I'll tell you, the defensive line is kind of getting after Baker a little bit. That's okay, though. I don't even really know many of the Kate Otten scores first. And Venmo requesting $1. I don't really understand that. All right, what are we doing here? Shotgun. Oh, we got both running backs in. Ooh, you want a little double dose of fucking Rashad White and Bucky Irving? You probably don't want that. Nobody wants that. Oh, love it. Absolutely love what I'm seeing right now. You know, in a weird way, I say wear their ass down. I don't love I don't love that. Wow. That was actually kind of a duck by Baker on that throw. He is limping. I fucking knew it, dude. He is limping. Oh, no. Oh, he's back in. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. What did I just tell you guys? We have to be healthy for next week. Oh, dude, we got to be healthy for next week. I'm so nervous now. I'm so nervous. Let's go, baby. Run hard, run hard. He got the first. Move the chains, run the clock. We love it. We absolutely love to see it. And the Bucs love getting out to hot starts. There's nothing worse as a fan than your team coming out, starting the game and with a 3 and out and playing from behind. There's nothing worse. I absolutely love this. Liam Cohen, sign him to a fucking 10-year extension, although I doubt he'll accept. You know what I mean? No 34-year-old wants to be locked in at 10 years as an offensive coordinator. I'm sure he wants more in life. But you know what? You can have it made in the shade. Play action. Where's Kate Otten? Nope. Halfback screen. Oh my God. Look at Bucky go. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. The Bucs are out for fucking blood. So Kate is just blocking all night. That's what I have to accept. Oh, it's just a bad bet. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let's go for the under here. Wow. I mean, he's taken on. Who the fuck is Kate Otten taking on there? That guy almost bulldozed his ass. Dude, I love Bucky Irving. How did he fall to the 4th round? I don't know, but I ain't mad about it. All right, Kate Otten in the slot. Oh, nope, he's blocking again. More blocking. Oh, damn. That was a good tackle by Hamilton. Love Kyle Hamilton. Irish legend. Smart player. Smart fucking player. I don't really know the Ravens defense that well. I got to be honest. I know they still have Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton. I don't know their D linemen. McMillan yards were 7.5. Was that him? I think it was. Yep. I think it was. You're like, I don't know who their defense is. Oh, he was looking at Otten. Oh, bad pass. That's okay, though. That's okay. 3rd and goal. Can't get a first down and extend the drive. I wouldn't hate a penalty in the end zone. I got to stop bitching for penalties, by the way. That's soft. Wow, the Bucs are so good if they go up 2 scores here. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Yeah, I cashed McMillan with the Herbert free square W's, dude. Nice job, CDS. Good job. I didn't even think twice about McMillan. Not at all. I really thought Baker would be force-feeding Cade Otten a little bit here. Haven't seen him one time go out for a pass. Is that Cade out there? Oh, he's going to be matched up with Kyle Hamilton. That's interesting. He ain't doing shit here. No. Oh. Cade Otten. No! Why does Bulls have that look? Oh my God. Horse shit. Dude, Hovey, that one's on you. That one's on you, motherfucker. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. That was a bullshit call. Bullshit call. Oh my God. Baker more touchdown passes. Godwin more receptions. The Bucs up 2 scores. That just fucking put a knife in my heart right there. I think at this point you just got to be smart, right? You just have to be smart. Oh, there's Cade. Go on with it, Cade. Oh, don't fucking fumble it. I'll tell you that. Oh, God, dude. Oh, that hurts so bad, man. That hurts so bad. Oh, my God. 14-0 would have been so fucking nice. Not great for the under. There we go. Yep, we got a little Otten play right there. We got an Otten catch. How many yards was that? Hit his first quarter yards. I wonder if anybody cashed that. Probably. I'll get a DM. There we go. We needed 1, though. He'll find the end zone. I thought Otten was getting. I kind of thought it would too. He was too. Nice field goal. My wife's fantasy team will enjoy that. Hey, Rage, Otten. Here we go. Otten got one. That's on pace. He's on pace for over 3.5. One catch a quarter. You can't complain about that. You know what I mean? We like Otten. We like Otten. All right, hold on 1 second. 10-0. Okay, cool. All right, guys. I'm going to shut it down. Have a great night. That was a very fun stream. I'll see you guys at 10:30 a.m. You're from Cade's hometown, WOG. I don't even know where that is. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys tomorrow, 10:30 in the morning. I don't think anybody I know is live right now. Oh, Book It's live. I'll send you guys over to Book It. Say what's up to I don't know who's live right now. Is it Trent? No, it doesn't look like it's Trent. It's Krabs and Javon. Raid Book It Sports. All right, let's go. Hey, let's be with Otten in spirit. Let's go Bucs. Let's go under. And I hope you guys have a great time. Hope you hit all your bets. Let's go Cardinals. Let's go Cardinals. Join the raid over to Book It. Thank you. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Peace.